Hello everybody, welcome to another book haul. I cannot believe I have another book haul on here because I hadn't planned to buy as many books, but I have a reason why I did buy so many books. It's because we had like a secondhand book sale going on during the winter vacation and I just had to buy some from them because I really love thrifting books, and I just find so many new books on there that, you know, were published really long ago, and I just feel like they're such treasures to find. Plus I love supporting these book sales. So yeah, I thrifted a lot of these books, but I do have a few new ones at the beginning, which I bought like, I think like October and November in 2020. And then the others are from the book sale that I got secondhand. And I'm just really happy about all of the books that I did buy. So let's just go through them. And also, I'm not gonna be like, I don't know all the summaries of all the books that I bought because when I went to the book sale, I honestly just picked up the book either because I had heard of the book somewhere and I wanted to read it and it was on my TBR, or because I did read the summary and I found it interesting, but I don't know much about the book other than the summary that's on the book. So I will go through these and yeah, and I think there are like over 20 books, so that's gonna be a lot of books. So let's dig right in. What am I saying? Also, I did get 3 of these books from a friend of mine and she just gave them away. So I'm planning to read and probably pass them on to someone else, but I just wanted to read them, so I thought I will show them here as well because I did acquire them. I'm not showing the gifts that I got from Gav in the box that he gifted me. If you want to watch the video for that, I will put it up. I think the link will be here so that you can watch that video and see what he gifted me. And I'm not mentioning anything from TBB or anything. So yeah, these are gonna be just... I am mentioning one from the Xmas bundle, but that's a different thing. Okay, anyway, let's go right in because there are a lot of books. So I'm gonna first show you all the new books that I got. So the very first book that I have here is Beach Read, which is by Emily Henry. It's a romance book, I feel like a rom-com. Yeah, a rom-com. And it's about 2 writers who are, I think, in like a slump. And what's it called? A writer's block. And they have gone to this like beach house to try and find inspiration, I think. And I also know that the girl is called January and she likes romantic books. Like, I think she's a hopeless romantic and she likes to write romantic novels. And then there's the other guy who's Gus, and he's like a serious literary writer, and both of these meet and I think fall in love. But yeah, that's that. And I think they also like challenge each other to write different stories than what they're used to. I'm not very sure about the plot, but it seems like such a sweet read, and chapter 1 had this for just 300 rupees, so I bought it. I don't think they have this anymore, but yeah, I will link all the books that I find online in the video description so you can go and buy them for yourself. But that's the first book. The next book I got is Ex Libris, and look at how stunning this copy is. It is just so beautiful. It is written by Michiko Kakutani. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but these are 100 sort of book reviews that are like put in here, and you can see how beautiful the book is itself. It's got illustrations and everything. Let me find some illustrations for you. Like, look at that. It's just so lovely. So I just was wondering if I should buy it, and I found a copy on Amazon and I decided to get this one. And that's just because I wanted to display it on my bookshelf. It looks just like the perfect book a bibliophile would love, and I had to get it. So that is the second book I got, and I definitely don't regret this one. I hope to read it during like the holidays or something, just like a cozy read. But yeah, the third book I have is The Ichabog by J.K. Rowling, and I know about the controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling, but I honestly bought the book just for the book itself, and I I honestly know that there's a debate between, you know, is the art related to the artist or can you like separate the two? But I personally look at the art as like an entity on its own, and I know that I'm like supporting J.K. Rowling maybe in a way, but I don't know how to separate the two monetarily, because if I buy her book, I know I'm gonna be supporting the author. But yeah, I wanted to read the story and not judge it for the author. So this book is really, really beautiful. If you can see, it is just so stunning, and it's a children's book, and I think they had like a competition where a lot of different kids submitted their artwork, and they added in their artwork in here. So these are done by different children all over the United States, and that is so lovely. I also will show you the naked hardcover. So the naked hardcover itself is so stunning, as you can see. I just think it is absolutely beautiful. I really do hope I enjoy the story, because I do love Harry Potter, and yeah, I will never ever stop loving Harry Potter, because it was like the reason I got into fantasy books. So yeah. The next book I have is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is a paperback. I found this on Amazon and I was just so happy to find it. It's raved about a lot in the book community, and that is the reason why I got it. I do agree, I really fall into the trap of just buying the popular book that everyone is raving about, but I really have hopes from this book, and it does sound really good, because it's about this woman who is like fighting against society, and at the same time like she's in the Hollywood world, and I don't know much about that like glamorous world, but it's also about her you know, trying to love someone in a society that tells her not to, and it just sounds very intriguing to me. And Evelyn Hugo sounds really like a very strong personality, and that's why I am going to give this a try, and hopefully I like it. Also, I do have the audiobook, like I have heard the audiobook version of this is really good, so I was hoping to read it while listening to the audiobook. Yeah, let's see how that goes. The very next book I have, which is a really stunning book, and I had actually showed this in one of my vlogs, it's Anna and the French Kiss, and this was the book of the month on chapter 1 in December, and like its edges are so stunning. So yeah, the reason I bought this book honestly is because of how beautiful it is, but I also had this book on my TBR because it is like a beautiful little romance set in Paris, I think. And I do love such romance books, because I had read Love and Gelato and I had really liked it, so I thought that it'll just be like fun read, and it is pretty. And this was in their like Xmas bundle thing, but they have still not sent the goodies. It had like 2 goodies with it. I don't know when those will come, but yeah, I really thought it was stunning, so I got it because it was Christmas time. The next book, which, oh my god, I waited for this book for so long. It is The Invisible Life of Adeelaroo, and I had ordered this in October and I recently got it, so like I waited so long for it. I got this from chapter 1 and they had like an alternate book cover for it, and that is like just so stunning. Look at it. The artwork is absolutely beautiful, and there's the original dust jacket as well. So this is the original dust jacket, and it is obviously really beautiful as well. Though I do think like the gold doesn't go super, like it doesn't really blend with the blue, because the gold is kind of warm toned and the blue is like cool toned, but I think like it's fine. And then there is this beautiful little artwork on the naked hardcover. There's nothing on the back though, it's only there here, but it's still stunning honestly, and I'm just so excited to read this one. Oh, and if you don't know about this book, it's about this girl, Adeelaroo, who makes a deal with the, I think, demon or the devil to, like, for immortality. So what it means is that she's going to be immortal, but people forget her and don't remember her, so no one ever remembers her, and that's why I think she never forms relationships and everything until one day someone does remember her. That's all I know. A very lame summary, I know, but what did you expect from me? I honestly love the second dust jacket more than the first one, like the original one, because it's just so pretty. I'm in love with this. You know, like how all booktubers say, I'm obsessed. I find that kind of funny. Like, you can't be obsessed with something just for a while and then just keep changing obsessions. It's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna stop contemplating over that. Let's move to the next book. The next book is Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien, and can you believe I have such a stunning edition of this book. This book was in the Xmas bundle, not Xmas bundle, Secret Santa by the Big Book Box, and I chose the XL pack, so I got this book along with the book sleeve that they sent. I will show it to you in a bit, but it is just so stunning, and I got this quite late. That's why I couldn't read it like on Christmas, because I got it on 26th or something, and I was already reading another book, but I'm planning to read it next Christmas. Ow. Sorry for this chaotic video, but it's just so huge. So there are all the letters that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to his children, and I feel like that is just so sweet, and it is an edition by HarperCollins. I don't know if this is like published by other publishers as well, but I do know that there are different editions of this book, and yeah, this is like a recently released edition. It's absolutely beautiful, but gigantic. Yeah, so now let's move to, oh no, I have another new book that I got. So this is the book that I got from Penguin Clothbound Editions. It is Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, if you can see, by Arthur Conan Doyle. And this book actually is a book that I've been meaning to read, and Gav already owns it, but he like, I showed him this edition on Amazon and he was like, it looks so stunning, let's get it for us. And like, we share all our books, share as in we are going to club all of our books later on, but because of that we both decided to get this together, and yeah, that's why I have it here, and I'm hoping to read it, even though he has already read it. But it's just such a beautiful edition to have, and I just love Penguin Clothbound books. So yeah, and it was like for $899, which is pretty good for Penguin Clothbound. Like, that is the MRP on here. So yeah, it's gonna go in my Penguin Clothbound collection, and I'm really happy about it, hoping to read it soon. And I don't think you need like an explanation for Sherlock Holmes, right? So let's go to the books I got from the book sale now. These are all like thrifted books, and I'm really excited to show them to you. Oh, and I do have 3 books that I got from my friends, so I'll show them to you in the very end. So the very first book I want to show you is this cute little book called The Line, and it's actually not like a book you're supposed to read, it's an activity book. So the book follows a line that you're going to draw. So the author tells you to keep drawing a line and read everything that is given here, and it's all like, you're just going to continue drawing the line all over the book and read what's written. And it's sort of like a very meditative book, because the author tells you that, are you thinking about something else? Bring your attention back to the line. And then there's a lot of other stuff, like the line can be meditative, let it flow, wander, meander, drift, move it from one side to the other, repeat until the page is full, it is free. It sounds so woo-woo, but I think it was going to be really fun, and it's good for when I do want to kind of meditate in an activity form, so I got it. And honestly, I think this must have cost me like 50 bucks or something, so that's great. The next book that I found, which was honestly a treasure to find in the book sale, is this book, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. This book is not available on Amazon as far as I had checked. It's got beautiful deckled edges and it's a classic. I wanted to read this book and I had got it on the Kindle, but when I saw this book in the book sale, I was just so happy. It is recommended by some of the booktubers that I watch who really love classics, and I'm just meaning to read this. And look at the quote behind here. Just so beautiful. I had to get this book because yeah, it was a treasure to find. And honestly, I did not know the plot very well. I do know it's about a girl who's very poor, I think, and yeah. That's all I know. I don't know anything else, but I'm gonna find out. The next book is this children's book, the middle grade book that I got, and it's called The Books of Elsewhere. I think it's like a series, and it was just in such a good condition, and it is about like a spooky house. So Olive, this girl, moves into this house and she finds that the houses may be haunted. And that's the premise of the book. I don't know anything else, but it seemed like such a cute little book because I love reading about like haunted houses, but from perspective of the children, because it just like brings the Monster House vibes kind of, and I think it will be fun. So yeah. The next book that I found that was again such a treasure to find, and that is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. And I was really happy to find this because this is like, oh, it's got like a medal. So I don't know if like the cover of it is like original or if it's pirated, but at the same time I saw that it was written here that it's a first edition. I don't know where it's written. Oh yeah, it's written here that it's a first edition, so maybe that's why, because the pages look just fine to me. I don't know, but there are like so many nice illustrations in here that I was just so happy to find. Just look at that. It just looks beautiful, and I was hoping to buy this from Amazon, so when I found it here I thought I'll just pick it up. Oh wow, I feel like I've been talking for ages, so let's move to the next book. This book here is another middle grade book. It's called Wonderling. It's by Mira Bartok. Never heard of her, but it's about I think like a boarding school where there are like, it's called The Home of Wayward and Misbegotten Creatures, and it's about this mistress who runs it who's evil. Now this is like such a classic setting, I feel, but yeah, I just thought it would be a fun little book to read, and it is in such good condition. At the same time, it's got illustrations that are like really cute as well, and I just think the font is also so cute. I feel like I'm a sucker for illustrations, but yeah, that's the reason I picked it up. Like, I went to the book sale the very first time and I saw this and I didn't pick it up, but I like placed it under a few books, and I thought like if I visited the next time I will pick it up. And then I again went to the book sale and I saw it and I just picked it up. Like, it was in the same place I had left it. Yeah, that's what I did. The next book I have is The Memory Book by, who's it by? Oh, Rowan Coleman. And this book, I really wanted to read it because when I like read the summary, they've given the, what's it called? Synopsis, not summary, right? So it's about Claire, who begins to lose her memory and she realizes that she has Alzheimer's. And then she starts keeping a memory book to write down her memories because she knows she's gonna forget everything, and then that's all that her, you know, husband and daughter are gonna have of her. And it just like, it's so sad, but at the same time I want to read this because my granny has Alzheimer's, and I thought that in a way I would be able to see everything from the perspective of someone who has Alzheimer's, because it honestly sucks to be on the other side where you're looking at someone you love and then you realize they're just forgetting you completely. it's horrible, I feel, and that's why I feel like this is just a really good book to read and, you know, get more educated about it. So yeah, I really do hope that's gonna be a good read. The next book I have is Eat Up by Ruby Tundo, and just look at the cover of this. This book reminds me of that book, what's it called? With Fire on High. The cover does remind me of it, but it's just so cute. And this book is like about food, appetite, and eating what you want, but it like describes all, there are like sections in this book describing every food and how it's related to society and how it brings people together, and just you know, like it describes having a warm chicken soup when you're sick and just how that helps and heals your body. And it's just really a good book if you want to develop a healthy relationship with food, I think. That's what it seems like anyway. And yeah, like the little gist here, it says this book won't tell you what to eat, and it won't give you a magic formula for health and happiness, but it will fill you with joy at the idea of food, at the sharp fizz of a can of ice-cold pop, or at the mere concept of waffles. It will fire you up about the magic that happens as your body transforms the blandest sandwich into blood and bones, and reveal how our mealtime rituals and personal tastes connect us with our loved ones, identities, and culture. So yeah, that just seems really nice, and that's why I picked it up, because I do love food. The next book is How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran, and I actually again had this on my TBR and I had it on my Kindle, but I found the copy there and I just bought it. So the book is just basically what it says here, and it's about Caitlin's experience as she's grown up and every aspect of being a woman. So she talks about all things like, you know, puberty, about just learning different things of your body, about body weight. Yeah, there's just a lot of it going into it, and I just thought it would be nice to see what a woman says about being a woman, because I am growing up, and I do think like I've grown up quite considerably, but I'm still young, kind of. I think, like, yeah, I'm in like the middle age group. Not middle, really. Yeah, I feel like I'm old, but maybe I'm not. So the next book I have here is by Nea Rivera, which is called Sorry Not Sorry, and this book is kind of like an autobiography, I think. I'm not sure, but it's about her life and the things she's learned as she's growing. I feel like it's kind of similar to How to Be a Woman, but she talks about different aspects of her life. And she was an actress in Glee, I think, but I've not watched that show. And she talks about, I think, getting into her acting career as well, but also about just growing up poor, about finances. There's just a lot going into it, and I really just want, like, I love learning from other people's experiences. That's why I picked it up. So the next book is Your Happiness Was Hacked by Vivek Wadhwa and Alex Silvaker. I think that it's by an Indian and then someone else, I'm not sure, but it is like basically about smartphones. And if you know, I'm trying to kind of limit my social media usage and just live more in the present world. I've also taken a break from Instagram, so I thought it was just the perfect book to read. So when I saw this in like such good condition and everything, I just thought like it was a sign. And yeah, it's just a black naked hardcover. I don't know if this is there on Amazon, but I will link it if it is. But it seems like a good read to educate myself about technology and how it is impacting me. And yeah, I just want to be more aware, and that's why I picked it up. And I'm really just liking being in the real world rather than on social media. Like, just taking a break from Instagram has been so good for me. So yeah. The next book is Help by Oliver Berkman, and again, this is a book that talks about a lot of topics. And if you turn this over, you can see it says like this frown turns into a smile, and it's about how to become happier, like slightly happier, and get a bit more done. And it's just again about different topics. It's a non-fiction, and yeah, I'm gonna just see if this helps me, but I did open it a little bit and like read one small subtopic, and I found it really funny and humorous, so that's why I picked it. Yeah, the next 3 books I have are all given to me by my friend. Like, I've picked it up from her because she wanted to declutter them, so I'm gonna read them and maybe pass them on. So the very first book is Good Girl by Fiona Neal, and apparently like this is a thriller. And so I think this is about like a family dynamic and how like there's this family that has moved, and there's 9-year-old Ben in the family who realizes that the circumstances or like the reasons for the relocation don't quite add up, and there's just something they're hiding, I think. I mean, that's usually the premise for thrillers when it comes to family. But yeah, it seems like a good thriller, and I do love thrillers, so yeah, I'm gonna read that. The next book I have is Stillhouse Lake by Rachel Kane. Again, another thriller. The only thing I know about this is that it's a thriller, honestly, but it's about, I think, a husband of this woman, Gina, who's a serial killer. And it's written here that the killing didn't stop when they caught her husband, so probably some mystery. That's all I know. This video is getting super long, so I'm just gonna end this now. This is the last book that I have. It is Last Night at Chateau Marmont. I don't know if I said that right, but it is written by the author who wrote The Devil Wears Prada, and I have watched that movie, not read the book, but I had loved the movie. So when I saw this written here, I was just like, I want to read it. So I picked it up from her. I don't know anything about this book, honestly. Okay, it's about a couple, Brooke and Jillian, who are living a happy life in New York, and I think the girl, Jillian, is the breadwinner in the house. She's working 2 jobs, and the husband is the struggling musician. And then apparently the husband is, oh, I think Jillian is the guy. The husband is then discovered by Sony exec and becomes an overnight success, and then their life changes forever. And yeah, seems like a fun little chill contemporary novel. Hopefully that's what it will be, but yeah. So those were all the books. I honestly don't know how many books there were, but I'm sure they were over 20. And oh, I forgot a book. I completely forgot to show you the book sleeve, but this is the book sleeve that I got with letters from Father Christmas, and it's just so stunning. It was in the Secret Santa package, and this book, I'm currently actually reading it, that's why I forgot to show it to you, but it is Winter by Ali Smith, and it's about winter, and it's kind of strange, to be very honest. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. It's very, very strange, but it is set kind of around Christmas, and I'm just on page number 23. This is a bookmark that I made myself, by the way, and I thought like it matched the cover, so that's why I used it. But yeah, I started it because it is already winter currently, and I had this on my TBR. That's the reason I picked it up from the book sale. So yeah, that was the very last book. I actually forgot another book, but this is the book that I had shown in my Christmas books video, and it is kind of similar to Agatha Christie's Mysteries, and it's based on it. So yeah, this is another book that I had actually purchased from Amazon, and I'll leave a link down below for this as well. Now I'm finally done with all the books, so I'm gonna be ending the video here because this video is super long and it's gonna take me ages to edit it. But I hope you enjoyed the book haul, and hope you had a fun time watching it. And also, if you do want to buy any books, I will leave the links down in the video description so you can go and get it if you did, like any book, or if any book caught your attention. I'm sorry, I'm just like paraphrasing this now. So I'm gonna go and edit this soon. I'll see you in a new vlog or video or whatever. Do let me know if you like my vlogs, because I don't know if like people like my vlogs as much, though I do hope to film some more. And yeah, I'm gonna go now and get editing this and get on with my work. But yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you soon. Bye!